I told you guys I'd be back. And here I am. Back at it again with yet another Monster Hunter Wilds stream. I think I just needed a palate cleanser more than anything after playing one game for so long. Yeah. Where the heck is that thing I saw? I said I saw it. The game said I saw it, said. No. I'm already proving to be very functional. But yeah, all of... yeah, this guy's been here as well. Things have been going on while I've been not away, and now we are definitely going to play. So why don't we just hop right into the fiery pit with this little this fun little excitement excursion. I the only thing is I got the dates wrong. And I thought that 10-star Gogmaziers would be available by now, but that's okay.
Let's move out.
Let's move out indeed.
I have an update. We've been issued fresh supply items.
Wow, they're giving me like nothing compared to the Arch-Tempered Arc-Veld.
That's our target.
Of course I know the strat. It's also been a while since I fought Xerxia in general, so this should be exciting. We're gonna see just what makes it unique and just how many things I've forgotten since then. Everything's fine, by the way. Please trust in what I say. Alright, I have that as well, the barrier. Oh, I couldn't have timed that better if I tried. Hell yeah. Can I get the other one? The other one's not there anymore. That might be one of the fun new tricks they've added. It's kind of messed up that we have to wait to fight Xerxia each time, but we just have the event quests, unless you want to do the event quest, which is 10 stars. I think the trick is also that it's faster. It's entirely possible. To get into the mindset of the monster hunters of old. It seems. Oh, it does that as well. Okay, that one wasn't as fast. I feel kind of let down.
Thanks for the pick-me-up.
This is not gonna allow me to survive the war.
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
I've also not fought this monster often with a longsword, so that's my other excuse. Hope you like it. Please
Right on top.
rate it out of 100. Got nervous. probably remove that thing covering your eyes, buddy. It's also smaller. Feels smaller. Gotta get with the program, buddy. I've got enough crabs, yes. You see, it's funny because first fight this guy in low rank and the first crab you fight in rises in G rank, so that adds up if you kind of convert the logic between two entirely different games. Am I a person? So far not so bad, but you still have an entire phase and a half to go through, so that situation could easily change. Nope. Couldn't tell at first whether the red was from the fire or a weak point.
Look out!
I've been thwarted at each moment, each second of my life, laid to waste. That was bad. I'll be the first to admit that, if no one else will. My weapon's already green. This is not how it should go. I can read sound cues and visual cues. I have a reading mind. I am literate. That's not the sound a sword should make. Okay. Surprise me. I dodged too early. Didn't matter. Please sharpen the weapon. What? I forgot to check my elemental resistances before I began. They could be more ideal. Just like my skills. So I guess it's a perfect match. Is that gonna hit? Barely. Didn't I already break that one? I don't know. If you couldn't tell, I don't know much of anything and I'm dead. Or am I? No dirt? Okay. That was probably my fault. Probably.
You okay? Nothing broken?
1 down, 3 to
We've been
go
given more supplies.
for
Check your
me.
sacred's pouch.
Probably not gonna... outsmarted once again it seems. Probably not gonna choose to grind this over
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
the rest of the other guys I could fight at a 10 star. Just because of reasons. Okay, well, those bounces don't seem very consistent. Master of spacing. Not quite there, but close. Yeah, okay. I remember this part of the fight as well. Ouch, 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 ouch.
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
The folly of many a man, but not me, for I'm not one of those. Okay.
Yes. Straight forward.
Almost dies. Okay. Normal stuff in the life of Monster Hunter
Go on, hit this.
Jane. I didn't want you to know about this, but yeah. But they used to call me back in Neverland, as in there's never any land, that makes sense. Let me hit that one. Yes. I'm in a bad position, or am I? I lied to you again, unintentionally. I'm sorry. It will probably happen again. I'm not... I don't seem to be good at recording accurate information. Okay. Yeah, the final phase already. Almost disappointed with how this is turning out. Unless I somehow picked the wrong quest. But, like... surely that couldn't be correct. I mean, I'm stupid, but I definitely did pick the event quest tab where this quest was advertised to be. Oh, you turn around fast. There's my affinity for shining objects and iconography. I thought for a second that wasn't going to connect. me when I put jigsaw pieces together, but like it's a very interpretive art type thing with a lot of very similar colors and you know, you guys should make the jokes instead, honestly. I am too old for this. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but it's probably too old for this. That's the short answer. Ouch. I'm not map farming, I can just, ouch, I died. I could just, I should just be like wailing on this guy.
No!
Call me Moby Dick because I'm wailing on this guy. I'm a whale and Dick is in my name. Perfect. Yeah, that attack definitely feels faster than it did. Ouch, again. Am I just bad at video games? No, that's impossible. No, that was the worst thing I could have done, actually. Or was it? I'm still alive after all. Thank you. I'll take that, and then I'll take you out to dinner. That's what we call... That's what we in the business call a subversion of expectations. Smash. Smash. That's not how a... Oh, a third one. So nice you had to do it thrice. Wait, that's... Wait, normally... That's a different third one than I remembered. What I thought of. I don't think this is clearly the through line you have to consider with this. Get out, maybe. That attack is just kind of like... It's hard to get away from if you just get caught by the little... by the close fire and then it does the big fire. You have to like... be a psychic and know about these things. I know I was talking big game, but now I'm on my last life. So, who's the idiot now? Still me. That hasn't changed. I'll take this wound. I'll take an entire Thunderbolt. Both are fine. Get away. I'm being assailed by multiple sensors.
Excellent use of the terrain.
Thank you. I try my best. Which is why no one should make fun of me ever. There we go. As I was saying, never beaten, never lost, never bad at the game. How long did that take? 18 minutes. Hello, astral projection. Can you astral project yourself in this game to make me suck slightly less? JK, how's it going? That was the 10-star Xerxia, in case you thought I was worse at the game than it might otherwise seem. And I'll prove it to you in just a second. There you go, 10-star. Remember following, I don't remember what we... You know what, actually me too, and me neither. Do you remember what game that might have been? It might have been Subnautica, but I could also be wrong, like I have been many a time. I really need to stop self-deprecating, but it's just too easy. After all, there's lots of things that
Hello.
Something I was hoping to do.
Yes.
I was hoping to get this done at some point. It got so nasty that I had to create multiple sets for each monster. I only got to the second one before I came to this conclusion, but regardless, still need a little bit of multidimensional. Do we have a conversation about multidimensional consciousness pertaining to higher planes of existence, or was it blueberries? Those are two very different things. I don't think it was blueberries though. That's
First, right?
Or maybe it was. It doesn't seem likely on my list of things to talk about. Although I do talk about a lot of things, it's almost like I'm pulling at threads to sort of just try to make good conversation. But that's crazy. I'm a streamer, and I think that's crazy.
Right.
I legally qualify as a streamer, and I think talking is crazy. Who am I? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I cut myself off. I was like, who am I fighting? And, but it sounded like I had an identity crisis. Which, you know, is also possible. Anyway.
I've been issued fresh supply items.
Subnautica rings a bell too. Yeah. What did I talk about in Subnautica? That is a loaded question if I've ever said one. Probably something about fish being scary. Like, I've probably mentioned that a couple of times at least. For a game like Subnautica. I'm locked out. Locked out of my own home. Just kidding, that would... How could I be here right now? Unless... Check your closets. What am I saying? Okay, but seriously, Subnautica definitely does ring a bell. The blueberries, I'm not so sure about.
Leave this to me. Heels in back.
I think I actually have to look in for a sec. Ouch.
Hey, get out of there.
I'd love to right now. How am I alive? Astro, were you the one who No. There's someone else who directed me into the ship. Perhaps you were there when I was doing something, that's for sure. Surprisingly, a lot of land exploration for a game about sea exploration. I don't think me thinking about any further is going to help. Conversations can vary from trees to string theory. That... oh, cause wait. Do blueberries grow on trees? That's the string I've attached to this theory, if you get what I'm saying. Okay.
Got it on the ground.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Sometimes I just say things, and sometimes it makes more sense than others. Emphasis on sometimes. I do also think it's partly because I'm so locked into this high intensity action game that I can't really spare my brain much more from others. You'll find slightly less thought-provoking conversation from me of the little of that I did in other games, like Resident Evil, and all the monstrosities and thought-provoking situations that one had, and sometimes weird mutant babies, which is something I'm never going to disassociate from that game. String theory is theoretical physics, quantum physics. Okay. I mean, makes sense why you didn't just say that, because there would have been way more to say. Though I only might have understood it faster. I don't know where the string part comes from, but I see the vision.
Heels inbound.
The bug's got the guy I didn't want him to get. Now walk back out just to walk right back in like a freaking cat. This creature is. Well, sci-fi, by the way, thank you. I worked really hard to get it. That's basically the common thread for every good Gogmazios weapon at the very least. Everything's fine. But like, for real.
I made eye contact with it.
Anyway, how is everyone's day? I apologize, I'm not able to add much of the conversation on myself, so I have to upload it to you guys. Oh yeah, alright. I see you entered a preemptive no you with the chat astral protection. I'm doing fine. Well, I'm doing fine in like relative terms. I'm not going to talk about everything, but just so you know, it's nothing for you to worry about. It's certainly nothing to worry about in this very moment where I'm playing a happy fun video game where giant flying carnivorous dragons are trying to eat me. Time I fought this version of the monster. It's fine. I keep saying it's fine a lot. It's almost as if to assure myself rather than anyone else. But you know, positive reinforcement. If you say it enough times, it'll come true. That's how it works, I think. Okay, I wasn't ready for that one. Alright. So I've heard people say that themselves during anxiety. I do have anxiety, but I'm not sure if that's related specifically to that. I certainly don't say it to myself when I'm not streaming, because I don't know, people don't usually talk to themselves. I find my standards to be sort of I'm stunned, I'm dead. I find my I seem to compare myself a lot to how other people assume normalcy. But I should put stun resistance in this build, maybe. Broken? Considering how much it happens to me. Yeah. Anyway. What was I saying? Something about... Talk to myself often. Yeah. Okay, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to call you weird or anything, I just, Oh, honey. I just... easily gets distracted. Yeah. It's also more to like, I've had the, okay, thank you for the affirmation that you're weird, Astral. I also just, you know, I think, because I've had anxiety for pretty much all my life, I think it kind of lends to that, sort of, you know, lends to certain habits, like not really talking to myself, or talking much at all, for that matter. Which is good that I'm streaming so you can see the opposite of that side of me. Oh. When will you learn? When will you learn?
Leave this to me.
So,
Heels inbound.
that even is your real name. Doubting myself is also, I think, probably something that is rooted in. There's just people who talk to themselves That's usually indicative of a lack of an internal monologue. Those people are strange. The way you say that after you say you talk to yourself, but I
Heels to me. Heels inbound.
guess I can see the reasoning. I certainly think to myself a lot. I mean, I might go crazy if I didn't. If I had no means of communicating my own thoughts, that would be something else. There we go. Yeah, I want those. No. Fussing over every tiny mistake, even once people don't notice. I feel like that's plenty of proof. Like, if there was still any cause of doubt. Forgot to carve the tail the last couple times they did this off stream, so I'm glad I didn't do that. Good. I give different aspects of my personalities names to help differentiate the psyche. The various parts of my are easier to resolve internal arguments. I can't say I'm familiar with that tactic. But that sounds like a sorry, I gotta look in again.
Leave this to me. Heels inbound. You're not taking me down.
Also, not to armchair doctor you or anything, Astral, but the way you sound it makes me. Sorry if I switched psyche and personality. That sentence would have made much more sense. It's fine. I think I'm not sure I understand, but I don't know how much that would have affected anything. I was gonna say if I didn't know any better, I'd say the way you described it almost sounded like a form of personality disorder. But again, I'm not a doctor. Don't take any advice I give out seriously. Okay, I've unlocked in again. Am I gonna die? Yes. I'm pretty sure I'm close to finishing. This is not the best way I could. Now, when it comes to personality disorders, the personalities are unaware of one another and supposedly act and behave independently. Yeah. I mean, you'd also like. I mean, obviously, you'd know if you had a proper diagnosis, but like, I feel like there's definitely, you know, again, I'm not a doctor, but I feel like there's probably. Is there? I probably shouldn't presume anymore. Again, I'm not a doctor, but yeah, I'll just shut up. I do need to shut up because I need to make sure I don't fail the one. I think that Pixar movie Inside Out. Yeah, I guess it makes sense that way. Like, you probably, you know, yeah, when you put it that way, that's something that seems pretty, extra relatable. Like, definitely have moments where, damn it. Anyway, yeah, I definitely feel like I act very differently if I'm, like, especially anxious or especially frustrated. I'll just, like, might clam up or get more irate or whatever. No, it's fine. If anything, I'm distracting myself. I do that a lot. Alright. But and also it's nice nice that you're here as well and willing to talk about all this stuff and any sort of stuff. Really, it's nice. like obviously from a metadata perspective, it's good. It's a good thing for streamers to get views, but also it's nice to have company while I do this, so I don't feel like I'm just talking into the void. I mean, like, also, I do also upload these mods independently. It's sort of, I don't know if I shared this with you specifically, but it is, you know, I guess I want these streams to have some meaning to them, even if I am talking to no one. It's good to get your thoughts out and, you know, react to all the fun little things in games and all the thought-provoking media out there. Anyway, I'm gonna try to actually lock in. I'll try to minimize talking this time and see if that helps. That one was on me.
Leave this to me! Heels inbound!
Okay, that was on me again. I mean, you're conscious being in the vast universe primarily void of life. Okay, I said I wasn't going to do much talking, but I have to say, I often see I don't know what happened there. It's kind of weird positioning. Anyway, yeah. It's too often that I see the argument that, like, you are a small speck in the universe, but, you know, considering, you bring up an amazing point there. In a vast universe primarily void of life, of course, like, Personally, I feel like it's definitely possible that there is life out there that we don't know of. Well, though it is telling that we haven't found any so far. But yeah, I do think life has value as well. And yeah. Running to the distance between stars and empty space. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was kind of where I thought you were going with it as well. Okay, I was banking on the certain attack hitting. Never mind. Expecting on that not hitting. I'm... Again, not your fault. I'm just... I have to sort of like manifest a very intense state of focus. Like, it's not something that I can really force, but it's something that, you know, it requires a very direct line of thought. Anyway, I'll keep trying.
I'll just help out.
It is kind of weird, like, how? That sort of works.
I think you could use that as slinger ammo. That personality inside you, it's Brett came and given control. Yeah.
Judgment Astral. Is it weird? Is it just me, or does it like sort of make contact and then not launch me for a second? I don't know.
Over here, bub! I'm your target! Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
Okay. Just gotta keep the momentum going.
Let's take a quick break.
Maybe it was the blackberries. Maybe. okay. This is technically the quick way out, but I proved what I needed to prove. There we go. I can relax for a little bit. Blackberries don't particularly ring a bell for me. I said, despite what I said earlier. I don't know. I haven't really thought much about blackberries. I don't eat blackberries. Definitely not strawberries. Those are overrated berries. I really speak about. Nice GG, thanks. I assume that was a typo and you say rarely. To be rarely. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Come on over.
But, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I personally would have had much to talk about in terms of, berries either. I'm not, much as I'm about, sorry. Got a little bit of a, something down there. But, yeah, I probably wouldn't have had much to say about the berries, loaded as I am to admit it. I'm not big on many fruits and vegetables. I'm kind of like sensitive about the
people from Azul
taste and texture about a lot of them.
I'll talk to them for you.
That does also mean didn't have the my diet could have been like definitely could have been better growing up, and even raspberries. Well, as a kid, it was also like hard, like wasn't really willing to try a lot of things, so maybe a bit of anxiety, mostly like autism, and wanting to sort of like stick to that sort of familiarity. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad you understand. I definitely am trying to sort of improve my diet nowadays, though. Making sure I get all of my veggies and whatnot. As much as I can. I usually like the way I get around it is like mixing it with other foods. If I need to eat a bowl of peas or something, I just stick them in some mash and just swallow each spoonful. You barely even taste them or realize that they're there, for that matter.
Come on over. Do you have any requests?
Can also, yeah, another thing I also do is like grind them all into like chop them and ground like basically. I didn't mean to do that. Probably sound crazy or nah, surely not. Yeah, no, making them into a sauce is also good. Doesn't really impact the overall nutritional value, from what I gather. Why not?
Now commencing quest by order of the guild.
I'm all fired up.
Who's the real Kiwis. Not really a fan of like strong flavors either. Would be they like veggie fruit or other, or like cheesecake. I don't hate the taste of, but I really can't have more than a slice before I get like straight up overwhelmed by it. That kind of thing, basically, yeah. I don't know if kiwi falls onto under that box, but I feel like getting rice cake circles. Wait, what do you mean by circles? I think I'm missing something here. I'm missing a lot of things. Are you talking about the, like, actually, are you talking about those little lunchbox treats, the rice, what do they call them? Not rice crackers, rice, yeah, I think I know the ones you're talking about. I don't know, I just haven't gone out of the way to really grab those. Nothing against them. Certainly didn't have anything against them. Like they were definitely in the pantry as a child. Very bland. Yeah. Well, sometimes I'm also in the mood to just chew on something and it fill up on something. Not always. Don't have to be picky about the taste, and it's better than, you know, scarfing down chocolate or sweets to fill that craving. So I just have like these wholemeal biscuits in my pantry at the moment. So they are that level of bland, but again, yeah. If I'm feeling peckish, I can also like put some cheese or meats or spreads on them. They're quite versatile, but yeah. If that didn't convince you of who's crazy, I don't know what will. Eating being acknowledged by biological meat snacks over meat sex humans inhabit require food as energy. That's a funny way of putting it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to each their own, yeah. If that's the case, maybe you just want to another thing I could possibly recommend, you know, they might not be the best financial investment compared to other options, but sometimes I get like pre-made meals that are like protein, high protein type meals, or yeah, you know, any food that has, or any nutritional supplement to get you through the day. I mean, obviously do your research on that, but you know, if you just need, like, if you just need that energy and you hate spending the time eating, again, I'm not a doctor. You should probably take, like berries. Yeah, I guess so. Probably take any advice I give you with a grain of salt, but yeah. They're a lot more forgiving with those things than they were in older games. That's the item I just used. Sorry, I probably should have been clearer about that. These flashpoints I was referring to. I know we were in the middle of a very big conversational thread. I just realized that might not have lined up in your head as it did mine. Oh, I didn't need to do that, whatever. I just constantly think about magic things when it's always fine for everyone. Yeah.
Perfectly plundered.
I was gonna say something I've already forgotten.
You were amazing out there.
I'm sure it'll come back to me. I don't know. Oh yeah, my relationship, like, speaking of eating, I do love eating in the sense that food is yummy, but I have a problem where I seem to, like, eat my favorite foods faster than, like, everyone else. So I don't know what that says about me and my relationship to food. But yeah, I guess it's always that first bite that has the most stimulation on the taste buds. Maybe that's got something to do with it.
Can I proceed?
Gosh, these armor sets take a heck of a lot of investment.
Another
I assume it would have been slower to enjoy it longer. Yeah. Could also have to do with I don't know, I tend to always have something I want to do, whether, like, you know, like getting back to the grind, so to speak, or, you know, like gaming, or going out somewhere, or anything like that. Yeah. So if you eat it faster, that can be a sign of overindulgence as well as impatience. No offense, lol. Yeah, no offense taken, of course. You might, you might have a point there as well. Impatience. Don't, like, under normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't consider myself too impatient, but I think it also has something to do with the different personalities, so to speak, or just whatever mood I'm in. What am I doing?
Right.
Oh, there's a quest that's only available right now.
See, you do have different personalities like a normal person. No, I was just kind of like more deferring to your to your language. But yeah, I also recognize that's sort of I guess that's just sort of the way you interpret it, which isn't wrong or anything. But we're all talking about the same thing, I'm pretty sure. Might as well do this one. I had to just do this at least once. Order, yes. I don't fight this monster often, so I had to check. I don't suppose... Yeah, this should be fine. First run of this weapon build.
Supply shipments come in. Hope you find something useful.
I believe it was Carl Jung that spoke about how people wearing different masks depending on the way, on who they are around. For example, you don't behave. That's too long a message for me to read on screen. I'll read the rest of it in a second. The way you behave with your parents, you do a friend, co-worker, etc. Yeah, I definitely get that as well. I can't say that I've, you know, I definitely, from my personal experience, I feel like it also has to do with, you know, me, a highly anxious person, wanting to, hi Lemon, nice to see you. Anyway, as I was saying, it, like, me behaving differently around certain people probably, in some way, is reflective of, like, potentially reflective of the expectations they might have of me as a person and how I've interacted with the, like, the context of how I've interacted with them long term. Like, in a way I feel like maybe people wear a minimum of 3 different masks. Yes. But what you're saying is that they could, but that's the minimum, yes. Anyway, to an extent, I feel like that did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Yeah, to an extent, it almost feels like you're, you know, trying to match their energy or just copy, or just, like, you know, speak the way they, like, copy the parts of the speech they might expect to hear or talk, like, the language they talk, not, well, language, quote unquote, like, yeah. Okay, glad you see the same on that. that was... Okay, that's kind of bad, actually. Okay. You know, in that aspect, actually, like, sometimes it makes me wonder what is our... what really can be defined as our truest self. I guess we'd only know that it may be a common thread between all of those, Now, don't worry, I never said you were crazy, Astral. That's a lot of explosions. Yeah, I guess maybe the common threads between each mask, or
Moving to a new area.
perhaps something that only you would see within yourself, or the people you trust the most, maybe, like personality-wise or habits-wise. Usually your true self is the mask you wear or don't wear when you're by yourself, so usually your pets see the real you. Wouldn't make a lot of sense. I wasn't particularly... You know, even towards animals, I don't think I was particularly outgoing. Like, at least in my younger years, I mean. But, you know, time and experiences change a lot of things. Animals are good at reading the vibes of people. Yeah, I totally agree, I might die here. I died here, oops. This can be an excellent judge of character. Yeah. Trying to think of... I don't know if I have many good examples from my, you know, from my own personal life and experiences, but, yeah, I definitely do agree with that.
Yes, great form.
I'm about to plunder some plunder. All right. Plunder.
Never usually, in the times that I did this quest, never... Cranberries are good at preventing urinary tract infections. Good to know. Yeah, that was a little random, but still good to know. Did it just fall over? Whatever. Alright, you know what, maybe it's time I
Leave this to me.
change the
Heels
angle
inbound.
of this fight. It's already leaving, okay.
This way.
No, that's... So I tried to dodge the explosion, I ran into another explosion, but I got stuck in an animation and tanked the damage. Yes, the oxygen berries are also good for your body. Yeah, perhaps I'll have to consider putting more berries in my diet, and if that's the case. Or I could just like find...
Better select this track.
I'm sure there are plenty of options out there, I just gotta see what fits for me. Whether that be berries or no.
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
Switching back to the sword, I'm not quite enjoying the lower defense of the bow. In this situation specifically.
Let's cleanse that status.
Ow. A lot to take in. A lot more to take in than fights with this monster usually go. Try to have a unique conversation, so if that's it's sorry, my mind is in another dimension right now. I can't try to have a conversation, so if that takes a while until I pop in. Yeah, and you remember me. Yeah, okay. That's yeah, not a bad strategy, I guess. If that's your goal. I'll definitely remember berries as a keyword, if nothing else. Oh, thank goodness.
I'm down for the count here. Yeah, right on target. Great job, partner.
And take that and that. Pull it down, noxious lantern. Don't usually use those pendants, but it's nice to have, I guess. Alright.
How can I say?
I know where this is going. One's puffy, one's droopy. And I have to fight 3 for each one. What? Because why wouldn't I? It's fine. I'll handle that some other time, for sure. For now, good. Poison berries make a good jam.
Wow. You sure
With
got
just
your back.
yeah, okay. I'm yeah. Berry facts with Twitch user astral projection. I'm not gonna be forgetting about that anytime soon, I'm sure. There we go. I'm gonna check from laughing. Oh, please don't do that. I feel. Please drink. Please catch your breath or drink water and everything else that helps with choking. At this point, you probably know better than I would. Crying while I can't see. Well, I wasn't expecting such a positive reception. I wasn't really aiming that high, but I'm glad I hit the mark anyway.
What are we making today?
Please do take care of yourself there. Need a little more
Ready
than
to
that.
work. Come back anytime.
What can I get you today?
Okay, now how about you? I'm fine. I guess, yeah. I guess that's the least at least I can say for now. Glad you're fine though, as well though. Yeah. Not speaking of water, I forgot to do this before I started. I'm just going to take a quick walk over to the fridge and grab it. Where is it? There. Alright, there we go. Thank goodness for wireless technology. Didn't think I needed that till right now. Alright. Just a teensy bit more of this, of menuing, and I'll try to get back into the action. Try to, yeah. Getting into the action isn't the hard part.
Time to get started.
It's funny, another streamer knows me because of a very in-depth tree conversation. It's probably where the trees bit came up.
See ya.
Okay. Dare I ask what you could tell me about trees as
What are
well?
we making today?
Maybe the start of yet another rabbit hole that
You are ready to get to work?
but should be insightful nonetheless.
Look good? Fit you to a T.
He was surprised that no one has ever asked him what his favorite tree was. Yeah, it's not a common question that's posed upon people. I think people, if they probably only see like a couple different variants of trees if they only really stay in their like if they don't get out too much, that is, or like they don't travel very far. Yeah. Weeping Willows. Weeping Willows. Yeah.
What can I get you today?
It's also taking me a second to like picture the tree and make sure I got the right tree in my head. That's another weird thing about me. I'm not much into, well, I don't fixate on like names of things. Like when I'm navigating, look very magical and fireflies are in them. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, when I'm like navigating, I don't remember street names. I just remember where everything is relative to like everything else. It's a little weird quirk of mine, if you want to call it that. Ever seen the Little Mermaid cartoon? When you say cartoon, you mean the animated movie? Because I think so, but like probably a very long time ago. Yeah, if you wanted me to sort of recite a scene or something, I probably would not be able to help you. It's like that. It's pretty much like that for a lot of Disney classics. I have seen them, but a long time ago, and I don't know if they Shows exchange votes. Well, they're under a Weeping Willow and the vote to service to prevent the kiss. Were there even any trees in that area? I thought they lived next to a beach. I don't know. You know, I think my impression of like these Disney scenes is probably more based on how I've seen them in Kingdom Hearts, because that's definitely like, you know, a more prevalent in my living willows can grow in the water. Huh. Well, in any case, I don't remember seeing exactly those things. Yeah. They probably weren't in the Kingdom Hearts rendition either, if I don't remember them there.
Got something in mind? Hello. Ready to get to work? Come back anytime.
Alright, let me see what you've sent me. Hang on, it's not. I have to surgical grades copy. I don't know if that works. It's not really letting me. That's not what I meant to do. What if I... No. Why is why is the Twitch app like this? Come on. I can't click on the link. Oh, no. That took me away from the... Okay, there we go. Alright. I'll indulge you in this image search adventure. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's sort of what I had. That was vaguely what I was picturing. Yeah, those are quite nice. But again, I don't think. Yeah, favorite tree is not something I not something I commonly think about. I suppose it also just like, you know, identifying trees as well. I don't think much about that either. What's my favorite tree? Yeah, again, I'm not a... Don't know if I'm much of a tree connoisseur, but yeah, and also the only thing I can think of feels like kind of a cop out, but I went to Japan some years ago and I saw some nice cherry blossoms. They were like, there was also like a big like. See, I think differently because I'm more surprised people don't have a favorite tree. I guess we just take those things for granted. We just see them. We see them on the roadside. We see them, like, you know, we see the same kind of tree on, like, you know, in our local area. We don't really think much. We don't see much. Thus think beyond, or thus think much beyond that. Anyway. The cherry. Yeah, I went to Japan some years ago. There were cherry blossoms there. I went to a garden at some point. They had ones that had like you know, they had many different varieties of like flowers and trees and plants and stuff. And I think I have some pictures that of like trees. You know, the branches like they stretch out and they have like a very wide net, like. Not well. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. Like a wide reach. They sort of like sprawl out. Like well, not in like a perfect dome, but like you could like, yeah, taller than. Yeah, like the blossoms themselves. They are very. I'm making the motion with my hands as if you can see it. I have plenty of pictures from that time. I'm obviously not going to show them right now because most of them include my face, which I'm not going to post on the internet so readily. But yeah, I suppose it's not so much. Might not be much of a favorite tree so much as it is a tree that kind of left an impression on me, perhaps because of the nature of like the, you know. How you just like the scarcity or the you know what I mean. I think yeah. They had them... That... Yes, on a conscious, subconscious level, when I take in dates to arbitoriums, I'm judging them on their reaction to various plants, flowers, and trees. Yeah, that's something... yeah. It is just like, sort of, in nature, you don't really, like, not a lot of exposure, that's not a lot of appreciation for just how vibrant, nature can be. I mentioned gardens before. There's also like, fields of like colored, like yellow flowers and like flower arrangements in some parts of the city, some parts of the cities, and like, some things you just have to like really see and to really take in. There was also, I also went to, not sure if you've heard of like Team Labs. I went to that, Botanical Gardens, etc. Yeah, they had like the Hanging Garden exhibition. That was nice. It had a very calming sort of vibe. I think it is good to sort of, there's a unique feeling you can get from nature. Like you got like, I think it's good to sort of, step back and appreciate it every once in a while. Wait, I think no, it's this one, yeah. I like understanding people's various levels of depth. Can't say if I hope you appreciate what I've brought to the table nonetheless. I don't know, can't say how deep or insightful it might seem or like be to like when it's I'm at a loss for words, but yeah, I do try to, stay emotional. Oh, you're cool. I was referring to dates in my past. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Obviously, obviously you saw me saying, just kind of like talking, saying whatever comes to mind and sounding all goofy, but I do think about these sorts of things. I think, think about the bigger world and bigger topics, even if it's not always the most comforting thing, because that's that's sort of what life is about, I guess. If anything, understanding yourself, understanding the world, and your place in it. That's as good an answer as I can come up with. But yeah, I'm probably gonna regret what I'm about to do. I'm just seeing the variety of berries that too. All right, let's see if I can actually beat this quest this time.
The guild authorizes you to hunt that monster.
On it.
That's our target. Nimble as a cat, fierce as a cat.
Alright. blocking it for it, I guess. No, that's the monster sounding like wind chimes, I think. Oh. I mean, it could... Oh, it wasn't close enough to do it. Oh, like... Yeah, I mean, it's also a nice weapon. There is like a very glassy feel to that in games, but yeah, it's mostly this monster that's doing the wind chime adjacent sounds. This is frankly too much damage for my liking. Anyway, if you have Astral, if you have any interesting tree facts, any fun factoids about trees, like different types of trees you want to talk about, no one's stopping you, least of all me. I'm still kind of locking into a very difficult fight. As if you want to, of course. No one's forcing you to do anything or not do anything either. Oh. Nothing too crazy, it's just like nature and trees. Okay. There I go, reading too much into everything everyone says, it's fine. No more redwood trees throughout the world we can live in tree houses. That a particularly sturdy tree. Or are you saying like a tree house the size of an actual house? That would be kind of crazy to think about. Maybe you shouldn't dream too big. Those are really tall trees they have in Washington and Oregon, I believe. Okay. Probably a good time to mention that I am in fact Australian, so if you like I won't immediately know what you if that's something that's like more commonly known in like in in a certain like curriculum. I wouldn't be the one to know the same thing. Some of the sturdiest trees in the world, yeah. trees that come to mind. Eucalyptus. I don't think those are particularly, like, you know, they're not neighborhood trees. At least not not in the parts that I'm from. Yeah, 90% of, like, the entire population lives, like, near the coast, so all that, that humid outback, isn't that what koalas eat? I think so. Yeah, not a doctor, not a scientist, not a smart person profession of any kind. That is what I am. Just here to stay goofs and play games. The things I do best, it seems. Oh, come on.
Got more company! Look out!
Let's see. Okay. Just gonna have to improvise a little. Oh, it's dead. Okay. Just need to switch builds. I should also, just an average Joe, typical human. What do we classify as typical? May look different to others than to us. I'm overthinking again, but okay. Oh, that corpse didn't take long to disappear, did it? Non-alien never know if MIB listening. Another thing that I, an Australian, am not particularly familiar with, but that's fine. I think that's a British thing. If I'm not mistaken, this time.
Alright, report it back!
Yeah. That was touching my part.
Take a look.
Alright!
Change the subject, something more normal. What are your thoughts on multi-dimensional theory? please explain it like I'm 5. Thanks for asking. We supposedly exist in the third dimension. Theoretical physicists usually go there at least 12, even though some say, again, that's too big for the screen to read. I'll get back to you on that one. I don't know what the monster was doing there. Even though some say more. Okay, that was the end of the message. That's, I think I've heard some people mention that. I don't...
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
I don't suppose there's much reason to deny it outright, but, I don't even know. I don't even know what all those dimensions look like. I think I've heard that the fourth one is time. I don't really need a lot of imagination to be to do scientific theory. Yeah. Okay. Pretty difficult to sort of this picture. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what the other dimensions are? If you like to, that is, just so that we can all... Oh great, exactly what I needed. Pardon me. Nobody fourth dimension is abstract to speak Elizabeth's time. It's fifth dimensional and working up a complicated... We're not working. And up we're a complicated... Okay. I feel like I can hear something jiggling. It's so if we're existing within a simulation, fifth-dimensional beings will be able to see the simulation which we could supposedly be existing in. Huh. But I feel, but that all seems highly like getting into like hypothetical theory, like hypothetical thinking. I think is what I'm trying to. I don't have. Okay, it's fine. If I can just get through this guy, I think I'll be golden. Actually, scientists are coming up with a conclusion and consensus that it's more likely that we exist in a simulation as opposed to not being in one. I'm a little afraid to ask how we came to that conclusion. I'm sure it's sound, but it's just, you know, on the cover it sounds a little scary to think about. I mean, obviously, like, you know, with all the ridiculous stuff that some people do, we like, you know, that the meme we live in a simulation when. Look at how realistic the video game you're playing is. Yeah. Wait, is that related to the multi-dimensional theory, or is that just like an observation that you just made? I'm not sure at this point. Imagine a race a billion times older than us and more advanced. Yeah. I mean, I'm imagining it on like a conceptual level, not like a picture in my brain. Like, you're basically trying to imply. I think what you're trying, from my understanding, existing in a simulation, we would not be able to tell we were in a simulation, and we followed the chain of technological advances from our perspective. Yeah. So basically, like, what you're saying is, obviously video game characters, they don't really, you know, they're confined to what we tell them to do, and they don't consciously think things like the bunch of people we're thinking of right now. But we do, but we have that extra insight. Am I sort of like reaching the same points here? I don't know. I might not be cut out for this line of thought. Here's another example. You're controlling your character in the game. Who's controlling you, though? I mean, in theory, it should be the signals going into my brain and is making the signals go into the. In Buddhism, it's supposedly your higher self, so something from a higher dimension. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's definitely a interesting sort of, you know, interesting, the stuff you're positing right now. I don't really know what else to say to that, but, yeah. Just yeah. guess. Oh my god. Okay. One death this far in isn't too bad. But it's really, when it comes down to it, it comes down to what is really you. Is it your body, your limbs,
okay?
your brain? So
Nothing
where does
broken?
the soul fit in? I don't give much thought to the...
Of steel.
I don't really give much thought to the whole soul theory thing. It's not that I explicitly don't believe it. I feel like it's more a sense of, you know, everything that science and that, like, centuries of science and, you know, observation that would tell us theoretically that, you know, everything, you know, and it's also like, you know, as humans, of course, it's easier to see only what we perceive and what we know, what we perceive with our eyes and what we perceive as reality. Even Einstein believed in a soul, it can be used as electrical energy that powers the human body. Yeah.
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
Anyway, yeah, obviously not trying to, like, push down, push down what you're saying. I'm just sort of, it's something that sort of, I guess, maybe goes over my head in terms of, like, perceiving it as what it actually is, if that makes sense. I just sort of, like, get back to, sorry, I hope I'm not too terrible of a listener or of a conversation participant. It's just, yeah, honestly, it is kind of fun to sort of, like, see what other people think on this matter. What other people think on this matter. Come on, don't die to this. Yeah.
All right, perfectly fluffy.
And yeah, again, I'm not outright saying you're wrong. It's just, it's like, yeah, like, just it's also fun to sort of imagine these types of things from time to time. Imagine, maybe not the best word to sort of indulge your scientific curiosities and knowledge, but yeah, but I mean, like, I highly doubt, like, most of us, let alone myself, are gonna, like, have a definitive answer to that in our lifetimes. But I don't think of metaphysical concepts that induce existential thought daily, and I feel weird. Yeah, well, I guess there's I don't know what else to say, but, like, yeah, to each their own. I'm not, like, obviously not gonna call you stupid if you want to talk about, like, unicorns or whatever. But am I gonna survive this? Oh, okay. We're almost at the last stage of this, Slade, okay. Last one. Yeah, I think it also comes back to what I was saying earlier. If you find something that, yeah, that's just normal music. You find something that, like, understanding your place in the world, you know, obviously doing what makes you happy. Like, no one can really fault that. Least of all me. I'm, you know, all my friends and I are just regurgitate memes to each other, so as a normal method of communication. So I don't think it really is. I don't think it really matters if you talk about fairies or like metaphysical theories. Okay. I'm most well practiced with this monster, so theoretically it should be the easiest. Friends need to smoke a bulb before speaking to me half the time. Yeah. Again, no offense or anything, but I'm starting to see why. It's a lot to take in for sure. But again, not like bad or a waste of time or anything. I don't mean to cause my friends to have an existential crisis. You know, this is only... Okay, I feel like I have to... I feel like I have to go into this tangent now, but I think, personally, you know, the things that sort of, send me into an existential crisis of all the things is Genshin Impact. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a fun little game, free game where, yeah. Yeah, but Genshin Impact, there's, you know, just, it's more the concept of things and, you know, of, like, the world building in that game that sort of sends me into an existential crisis. I think probably because they actually give, like give meaning to some of the possibilities out there, no matter how horrifying or how they interact with the people there. I don't know how much you know about it, but you know, like for example, the sky is false. There's a tree underground that dictates everyone's perception of history and relationships to each other. It's etc. etc. There's an ancient civilization turned into monsters in a terrible calamity. Stuff like that, you know? There's like a sentient void that slowly drains your life and you can't escape from. It's just a bunch of liminal space in a cave. That kind of thing. It's honestly too much to bear sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, maybe if you want to know more, probably check the game out for yourself. You probably don't necessarily have to play it. Just like go read the wikis, watch cutscenes if you don't want to be tempted by the free game enterprise. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents in the whole conversation. I do enjoy playing the game as well, though. I mean, if I didn't, I probably wouldn't be playing it still, and my friends probably wouldn't be playing it still. But again, free gamers will find a way to make you suffer if you don't indulge with it a little bit. So, you know, understandable you don't find that part appealing.
We'll have to carve it later.
Accidentally made friends schizophrenic, so I'm more tame now. Do I say? do I make a judgment on that? I don't know. Maybe I should just shelf that one for now. It was next. Okay, I believe you. And we don't need to ask any more questions. Certainly not ones that can be used in a court of law. /J. This one. Well, I was young. Okay. So you got that going for you as well. Familiar with lucid dreaming? Somewhat. I don't, like, yeah, somewhat. I'll just leave it at that. I don't know, I don't remember most of my dreams to begin with, but, like, yeah. But feel free to expound more about that if you'd like. Again, no one's really stopping you. He had a combined lucid dreaming experience that caused him to lose his grip on reality. May I ask what specifically caused that experience? Was there anything particular involved in making that happen? And, as always, not obligated to answer. If it reveals too much. I was not looking where I was going. It's fine. Alright. Damn it. Trying to do it on purpose, but it actually changed and we saw different realities and... I'm not familiar on many of the methods one deliberately tries to lucid dream. And I think for my own sake, it's probably best that I don't know if I remain not knowing. I've heard some crazy stories about stuff like that, and far be it from me to deny any of them. I mean, I've never lived through it, so it's, you know, weird and wonderful world out there. That's, yeah. Damn it.
Got it on the ground.
Cherries are good, even though I don't think they've been part of the berry family. They're in a similar ballpark, I think. Right, it's not over yet. Oh, hey, Volta, you missed, Volta, Brennan, I don't know what the pressure is. Reader with the longsword, yes. You missed quite a bit in this quest, but I think, the end is in sight. Thank goodness. You also missed a lot of, very insightful talk about, multi-dimensional theory and berries. I'm not making that up. you feel free to hit up Astral later if you want to know more. Quest is taking quite a while. How are people able to do this in less than 20 minutes? Things to do. not things I need to do, but things I want to do. You understand. Okay, real quick. That. There we go. Woohoo!
The task is done.
It sure is.
Excellent work. We make a great team, and we always.
So you're on, and if it's early enough, try to pop in and help you.
Arkveld, freed of its chains.
Where did I drop the tail? Is it gone? I just want to soak in this music for a bit. I think they snuck the Iceborne one in the Archtemplar Nergigante quest. If you want to, of course. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but man, that was a trial and a half. That one. Whew. Thanks, Velta. Thanks, Renin. No, the melody is the same as the regular one. Oh, yeah, they they make it worth your while with this one, huh? Still, like, the average time, between all of them is still probably less than fighting each of them individually by just barely. So, who knows? Punishing draw, aggravate, critical eye, dragon, poison. Okay. I'm gonna dip. It's been chilly and fun. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, Astral. Thanks for all that insightful conversation that you also made. Have a good night, day, or whatever it is. So at the moment, new nameplate: Temper Tales, 4 Forbidden Kings. Yeah. Let me see what that looks like. Hunter profile. Edit nameplate. Tempered Tales, 4 Forbidden Kings. Okay, I can see elements from each of them. It's a shame that the that Jinderhard missed out on the Four Lords get together, but probably couldn't fit through the gates. Okay.
We've got a special announcement.
Venue reached maximum capacity with those 4 alone, honestly.
And
Alright.
quest complete. Kittens play, really.
Yeah, I get that you're a cat. Alright. What do you have to say, Alma?
Yes.
Do you have a moment? This is something I've been thinking about for a long time now. I want to give you something to commemorate all your remarkable achievements. I know it's a deeply personal choice on my part, but I feel my whole heart to making it. She's my pride and joy. Please take good care of her. Pride and Joy pendant. Alright, let's take a look at that. In here, pendants. Please turn around faster so I can visualize the pendant on the... That was from the Oh, that's where you get this one from. Is... Okay. Wait, no. Pride and Joy. Over here. I'm stupid. Ah, it's a little relic, isn't it? Armor must have put a lot of thought in. I must put a lot of consideration in a gift like this. Where's the jiggly squirm? I don't want to look at that anymore. Oh yeah. Very nice. Just knowing what I went through to get it makes it special in its own right. But with that, I think I'm gonna end it off here. Yeah. Turned out to be more eventful than I thought. I mean, I'd considered fighting those 4, like, from the get-go. But, yeah. Today was fun. Still got to work through Hollow Knight. I kind of got lost in the Resident Evil hype, but I'm still resolving to finish that one. But, yeah. Don't got much else to say, but eat your fruits and veggies, I guess. Probably didn't need me to tell you that. You're probably an adult watching this. I'm not gonna assume, but alright. See you later. Peace out, or whatever. The more I talk during these outros, the worse it gets. See you later. Have a good one. Bye.